10 seconds remaining.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Battle of America #2. I'm SP Revolution 5, joined by Ruptur to bring you Rebeldes up against VoidBoys. And Ruptur, thank God you're here. That cast was so bad. I'm sorry anyone had to listen to it.
Could be worse.
Yeah, it could be
my
worse.
solo thing.
Huh? What'd you say?
Oh, look at this. We got a new sniffer, man.
Oh, we do?
This little fucker. Got him.
Can I just say
anyway
one thing about this? Like, guys, we're glad for you guys to talk in the chat, but please don't insult the mods and call them stupid, and then expect us to side with you. Like, that's...
It's the same little loser, man. It's like, oh, just share that. Think I'm entitled for shit. You're not entitled for shit. You little white trash piece.
Hey, Ruptur.
Just
Calm.
Man. I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with you being so self-entitled, man. It's like, oh yeah, we're paying for your salaries. Ah, good.
If we got a salary, we'd love to, yeah. But we're doing this for free, and of course, if you would like to pay our salary, there is a donate button, and
you can call us stupid, but until you give me a $50 paycheck, I don't need to give a fuck about you, man. Honestly.
Yeah, you give us a $50 donation, I'll read whatever message comes along with it on the air, for sure.
Now we're talking about, man. Now we're thinking here.
Anyways, let's get back into the game. VoidBoys gonna go with it again. The Vengeful Spirit and the Death Prophet. They didn't have Venge last time. But it faces Void coming up for Rebeldes. A little bit more of an aggressive carry. They will pick up the Jakiro, which I thought was very good for them. They do ban out Tidehunter, Viper, Razor, and Brew on the side of VoidBoys. And Skyroth as well on the side of VoidBoys. So what are you thinking about it?
Let's see. I like the
team pick.
Phases Void and Jakiro can synergize as well. You know, with the Chronosphere Macropyre combo. At the side of VoidBoys, they're pretty familiar with themselves. Spirit's a nice card to it. Still, Macropyre combo would remain because the Vengeful Spirit is one who's gonna take the place.
Ruptur, you're breaking up a little bit. Let's restart the call here. See if you can call me, okay?
Yeah, I'll call you, man. That's better.
I was hoping it would just dissipate after a second, but it didn't, and yeah, I was a little worried. Alright, testing.
There we go.
Yeah, it sounds good-ish. A little bit. Whoa, we got a Shadow Fiend for VoidBoys, and I was just snooping around on Gosu Gamers for a second there. Looking at the team of VoidBoys who are from a lot of different places in the
Radiant team pick.
United States, Americas, etc. They're actually at the 8th ranking in Americas after their 2-1 victory up against Not Today. And actually, Omni Knight is Pat Soul, who I believe is not on the team unless he's playing as Omega Poner now. One of his signature heroes, the Shadow Fiend, is one of Beyond's signature heroes, and I would also add the Death Prophet to that.
10 seconds remaining.
How does another Titan interact with the Shadow Fiend? I mean, I know that he's gonna make his life a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But how bad it is? Tell me how you really feel. How bad it is to have like, a natural order on top of a Shadow Fiend.
Well, Shadow Fiend's already really squishy.
Like,
in my opinion. Omni Knight will help out a lot against that, though. So, I'm not feeling quite as bad.
Well, I mean, the aura is not spellable, though. So if a Faceless Blade Chronos the Shadow Fiend, you can repel him all he wants, but if the other Thunder is nearby, he's gonna get demolished, I feel. Yeah, I would say so. Still, it's a nice pick just to deal with a Jakiro, though. And also making Faceless Void the only thing that he needs to actually worry about. Vengeful Spirit is gonna take. Vengeful Spirit has a lot of synergy with the Omni-Knight, to be honest,
Yeah.
because you're able to swap someone in and then heal him out in order to damage with the Omni-Knight. The Invoker also. I'm not sure picking an Invoker versus an Omni-Knight.
Rupture, you are
On the
really
other side,
breaking up on me tonight, dude.
What the flying, gibbeting
10
fuck?
seconds
Okay,
remaining.
let me
5 seconds
let me close a
remaining.
couple things that are lagging me out.
Yeah, that may be it.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Holy
to tell you though.
Yeah,
Anyways,
usually
the-
it's
Pick.
Whoa, the Axe Respect ban actually coming out. And Mercy Please, he played very well with it, I thought. So, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Do you hear me properly now? I think.
Yeah, you sound a bit better. Yeah.
10
Yeah, I think
seconds remaining.
I had a couple of like really
5
resource
seconds remaining.
heavy pages,
Yeah.
so they were kind of throwing me up. So there we go. This should
Another
be fine.
feeling there.
Reserve time.
Of course, big
Yeah.
shout out to Daily
Anyway.
2 as well, who have now been covering the game. Really
Oh,
appreciate
great.
that. Yep. Of course, there are other games going on at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. I think Payne is playing Root.
There's
what about now?
a lot of games actually.
Oh, Payne actually has
actually,
one. So never mind.
well, there was the
Spoiler
Leviathan, the
Yeah.
Starladder game.
Leviathan did upset Not Today and rip Rares, of course, you know.
Oh, they ended already. All right.
That ended a while ago, yeah. During the first
the
few
hell?
minutes of this game. But
Yeah,
Payne
so
has
during the other
just
shit,
won
they're
against
popular.
Root.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Root didn't look particularly well this afternoon.
Oh.
I feel.
And Rupture, I have other news. I don't know if I told you this the other day, but I found out that Ned has officially left Payne. He's now going to be probably playing for Rebeldes. That's like 90% confirmed. And I just took a look at Beyond the Summits channel right now. It looks like VSW, who's been standing in for them a lot, has actually got the Payne tag on now. So I guess that's
Alright.
their new support and new captain. Which, losing your team captain is quite a big blow, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
But in the American,
In the what?
the one who actually bosses, who just
Dire
gets
team pick.
ragey and antsy about all the stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
with good reason, of course, because you're the one in charge of the whole deal. But you know what? Screw this up, man. I mean, screw this and just wanna thoughts, to be honest. But
Rupture,
I mean,
I got
it
some
just
bad
comes with the
news.
territory.
You're still on me.
Oh God, flipping Bergen, damn it, man. Other.
Okay, no problem, man. We'll get it figured out. Of course, VoidBoys gonna pick up the Clockwork now. Actually, really liking this lineup. I'm assuming we're gonna see Safe Lane Shadow Fiend, possibly. Although Beyond is probably either gonna be on Shadow Fiend or the Death Prophet. Not 100% sure about either of those, but I just don't like the Shadow Fiend pick so early. With the Omni Knight, it's very good, but of course, Rebeldes can go with like a Diffusal on Void if they really need to, and shut that down pretty easily, so it's not unheard of, anyway.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And there's going to be another Shadow on the field as Shadow Demon will be entering the battlefield right now. A great hero alongside someone like Elder Titan, it can allow him to set up his stomp. And great hero alongside Void as well. Never mind, that's against Void, but a great hero with Jakiro is what I mean to say. It's a great setup stun for him, and I'm assuming now we're going to see an offlane Elder Titan. Actually, something we don't get to see very often anymore. Safe lane Void. Seconds remaining. As we wait for Rupture to rejoin us here. Just having a bit of a connection issue, so, yep. Of course, big shout out to all you guys in the chat. Apparently we've got 160 viewers. I'm assuming coming from the Pain game, which is just wrapped up for a second there. And we're going to have, of course, the good old Biardo to pause. Actually, we've got an Arcana up on VoidBoys Tiburon, actually. He's gotten 5-3 Shadow Rays combos. Of course, he's had a lot of time to do that, but still, hey, that just shows how hard of a combo it is to pull off. Just waiting on, I believe, Beyond to load in here. Yep. Looks like they're ready to go right now. Of course, let me actually open up Skype again. It looks like Rupture's just restarting his computer at the moment. Can't 100% confirm that, but hey. Of course, again, guys, don't forget to check out YouTube, SP Revolution 5 as well. Videos are currently working on going up there. The previous game is uploading right now. And of course, any ads you watch on there go toward ad revenue for me, which helps us out a ton. And actually, I need to fix the overlay. No, I'd forgotten to do something here. Sorry about that for you guys. We're moving into game right now. Let me pull up the Skype window to make sure Rupture is okay and alive and everything. It's going to be Rebeldez up against VoidBoys. We've got AAA on the Invoker. Gambling, once again, with no name, because that's helpful to us casters. On the Elder Titan, we'll have Ned on the Shadow Demon. CYS will be on the Jakiro. And over here in what looks like the offlane, it's actually going to be LOL on the Faceless Void. So I'm assuming Core Jakiro support Elder Titan now. Not 100% sure about this, though. On the side of VoidBoys, of course, you're going to have Beyond once again on this Death Prophet. The Shadow Fiend, played by Tiburon in the bottom lane. Vengeful Spirit, picked up by Omega Poner. Clockwork, played by Mercy Please in the off lane. With his cigar there. Aye. And Fly will be on your Omni Knight, supporting in the bot lane. Let's see, did we change out the effigies at all? Doesn't look like it. We still got I believe I can fly on the axe, Pudge Gangnam Style, etc. And of course, I'm your host, SP Revolution 5. We have Rupture with us. He's just reconnecting right now, I assume. I fixed the overlay, guys. I fixed it now. Hey, Rupture.
I think
you're coming through a lot clearer
I fixed it now. Okay.
Breaking up a little bit, but it's bearable.
Oh. Yeah, I just reset the freaking connection just to see if it works.
Well, we were moving into game right now. We had a Clockwork and a Shadow Demon as our final two picks there. And it looks like it's an offlane Void and a core Jakiro with a support Elder Titan up top. How are you feeling about these drafts just now that you've gotten back into game and able to look at them?
Well, VoidBoys draft has a lot of punch behind it.
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend, Vengeful Spirit. That's a lot of damage. There is a lot of control.
Oh, yeah, that is VoidBoys, right. Sorry.
Yeah. And side of Rebeldez has a lot of control, I feel.
Really
Shadow
good team
Demon.
fight, too.
Exactly. So they're gonna be quite disruptive. Pun intended, of course.
Yeah.
With the Shadow Demon. But yeah, I feel like the guys of VoidBoys do have... I mean, if this goes late to some degree, I feel like this is gonna Trigger impact.
Bot lane, they
actually
get 2 raises off, but 1 gets dodged by the time walk there. Very nice moves from Lol, but T-Baron not going to find that second raise there. And it is a level 1 raise. I think the level 2 would have put him on very, very close to death range. But I mean, Shadow Fiend's already sitting on 11 souls here, and the last patch did buff Shadow Fiend in the safe lane. Simply because if you don't have as many levels, you're still going to get a lot from Necromastery in the very early game. 15 max souls at level 1. In the mid lane, it's not that much of a change, but in the safe lane, it's definitely pretty big. Actually, Void going to be jumping on Omni Knight here, who will heal himself up. Void backtracks that hit, though. And actually, a stun coming out as well. He's going to look for more from the Omni Knight. Omni relatively slow. Faces Void a little bit slower, though.
Mm-hmm. And Fly almost feeding that first blood, man. Looking a little dicey. And,
yeah.
you know, just LOL LOL having, you know, the favor of RNGesus. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, just 10% to actually dodge pure damage. It's like, are you kidding me, man?
Yeah, there was a point where I actually thought that Faces Void couldn't dodge pure damage. He could only dodge physical and magical damage, but that's not true. That's a load of bull, and that's just the result of me being stupid at one point in time. Of course, AAA, he's going to go ahead and cold snap up Beyond, who's going to manage to bottle up a little bit here. He'll be able to dominate the mid lane a bit here. Although they are even on CS, there are 3 more denies going over to the Invoker. Death Prophet zoning him out of the lane a little bit. We'll get some nice denies of her own. Not 100% sure. It's going to be quite enough, though, as a Stun Strike comes out from Invoker and misses the mark. A little bit off there, but... Actually, here's the Elder Titan. Coming out with the Spirit. We'll just harass out a little bit and take the Invis Rune away from either Mercy Please or Beyond there. But Omni Knight finding the Bounty Rune on the bot lane. That'll help him out with XP quite a bit. Meanwhile, Vengeful Spirit picking up some consumables. T-Baron, though, continuing to farm and starting to really dominate this lane. Now that he's got a Ring of Basilius, he's going to have a good chunk of mana regen, and he's really going to be able to sustain the lane a bit more, in my opinion.
I like the gem that actually T-Baron has. It's like a really high tier Shadow Fiend gem, I feel.
It's the only one for Shadow Fiend.
Oh, okay. But I mean, it's pretty gnarly. Ooh.
Let me send a thank you, really. I've just been told that LOL is Tavo. I didn't realize that.
Oh, okay.
Trying to be a little sneaky there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That would explain a lot.
That explains a lot as to why he's playing such a solid off lane. I'm like, where is this player coming from? I've never heard of him. Now it makes perfect sense.
I wonder who's the other Titan, because he doesn't show any name.
Yeah, that's Gambling. He was on Jungle's King / Keed. I'm a little perturbed that he doesn't have a name up there. Invoker, though, is also known as HFN or
Radiant's middle tower
Kawaii.
is under attack.
HFN, I have heard of him.
Yeah, again, from Jungle's King / Keed. I'm beginning to think that Keed may have dropped the squad. They bounced around from a couple different sponsors over the summer, and a big part of that was due to manners, or the lack thereof. I know that's part of the reason they dropped the Jungle's King name, and I want to say it's part of the reason that some of the name changes have happened as well. Not exactly the biggest fan of it, but they do play well, and you can't count that out. At its core, gameplay is the peak here, but of course we do want to...
Obayan?
Uh-oh.
Ooh, he's gonna get destroyed there.
And that's another kill for Invoker. But, Rupture, you didn't see the very end of it. We did have a 7-0 lead, I think, or 7-1 or something, for Rebeldes in the early game. VoidBoys, though, managed to turn it around considerably with the axe, and Mercy Please's axe was fantastic last game. Meanwhile, they're just gonna...
But I didn't saw the 7-1 lead. That's what I didn't.
It was a pretty big comeback after about 3 or 4 minutes of pause. But of course, BR Dota, that kind of thing.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, if I'm correct, Void kind of is like the top 5 squad, right? The former top 5.
Parts of it, yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I was confusing the Void Boys with Rebeldes and other cast in the previous cast, to be honest.
Yeah.
And well, in this case, Rebeldes is actually looking way more gnarlier than I thought they will.
Rebeldes have been dominating, though. They're not looking quite as great at the moment. If I check out Gosu again, we're actually the only Dota match going on right now. So, big shout out to everyone for coming out. Yeah, Rebeldes is ranked number 119th in the world. VoidBoys is ranked 58th.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, VoidBoys is mainly ranked that way because of their previous win against Not Today. If you can take down a team like Not Today, that's a really big deal. However, Rebeldes taking down Complexity, or at least coming very close with them, that's a big deal as well.
Yeah, and I feel like, honestly, at this stage, the win versus Complexity holds a little bit more water.
Yeah.
Just because Complexity are more of a stable team, I would say, or they're like...
They've been very consistent, and Not Today, the past week, has not looked as great.
Exactly. So I feel like that win towards Complexity should hold a little bit more water, in my opinion.
But I mean Not Today's a good team. You can't doubt that. Of course.
The problem is, like, Not Today is, like, as a good Latin American team, has, like, these days which are, like, oh, yeah, we're gonna totally destroy people. And then they have these days where it's just, like, we're gonna play Smash and I'm Necrophos.
Yeah, and it's just a little funny. I think they do need to experiment with some other play styles, but I don't think right now is the time to do it. I think right now you stick to what you know and go win the Summit and show the world that South American Dota is legit.
I don't think they're gonna win it, but they're gonna... I hope that they at least rank it decently. Like, I don't know, maybe semifinals? That would be acceptable, I think.
I mean, taking a game off Secret or EG would be quite an accomplishment, in my opinion. Or even Cloud9, or whoever qualified for
first
the
departure.
SCA.
That would be a good
first departure.
Actually,
yeah.
The first departure.
Oh,
Maybe...
Smash vs Miracle.
Yeah.
I would love to see
Actually,
that.
like Naga versus Turboblade. Like.
Oh my goodness! Don't even get me hyped up yet for that.
Well, no, that would be pretty much Evo versus Miracle, because pretty much Evo would be the one with the Turboblade. But still, it would be a pretty good show.
Brew versus Naga though, mid lane. Let's go.
Yeah, that would be quite a thing. But it depends, of course, a lot of seeding. Actually, Tablo's gonna try to make it wrong.
Mercy, please actually finding a kill on Jakiro, but I'm looking at Beyond here, who they're trying to scout out his stacks with the Elder Titan Spirit. And actually, Tiburon gonna find a double kill on the Faceless Void and the Ned. Was there a chrono used? Yes, there was. What happened here, Ruptur? Because I'm too stupid to notice it. There's actually Shadowfiend is going for the Mac.
Yeah, and actually, it was something like a little inside well, not even misplay. Well, yeah, let's say a misplay from Ned, which was like he threw the Soul Catcher, but it ended up latching up on a creep.
Yeah.
Instead of the only creep, by the way, that was next to T-World. But because
Mimo Beyond, he's gonna go down on mid lane. He actually gets healed by Omni Knight. BKB comes through, but Invoker right click is gonna find him anyway. And Omni Knight with just that level 3 heal doesn't do too much. I'm actually surprised it's just level 3. And Omega Poner hitting off a stun on Ned. Gonna take some serious damage though as he's being burnt down there. One more right click will do the job from Jakiro. And Mercy Please, he's gonna find a battery assault back on the back end here. Taking out Ned 4-4 right now. Mercy Please, nice cogs from him. He does have a hook shot available to get in or out of the fight. Shadowfiend rotating around now that he has his mech up, as well as I believe picking up Treads. Or maybe Magic Wand. He had like 900 gold off that last kill and had bought out his recipe already. It must have been Treads, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, that engagement on bottom, I feel like that Shadowfiend should actually be dead now. But it was just a quick little misplay there. Just thinking, okay, he has one creep next to him. So it's like a 50-50 chance of getting the Soul Catcher. And because the Chronosphere is so dark, you cannot really tell if he does have a soul catcher or not until the Chronosphere finishes. Which
Yeah, it can be
was
quite hard.
a rude awakening for
Oh,
Tabo.
Ned
And
gonna
I
run
think
into the
they're
Shadow
gonna find it
Fiend. And a nice hook shot in for Mercy,
He's not
please.
gonna miss it anymore.
There's a stomp coming out from the Shadow Fiend, though, as Tiburon takes a bit of damage. He does get cold snapped up here, and I think he's going down. He does have a point in his ult, so he'll do some damage on the escape. Of course, that level 1 ult won't do too much. Omega Poner now in a little bit of trouble with the turnaround on Tabo, who's going to get pushed back by Mercy, please. And now a swap from the Vengeful Spirit. Kawe getting caught out now. They do throw down a Sentry Void, though, from the Radiant, and they're going to be able to see Kawe, but they won't be able to kill him. Oh, Fly almost walking into a Sunstrike, and actually Mercy, please, getting focused down a bit. Nice cogs from him. However, a disruption and also a stomp that didn't hit. And actually, whoa, he's actually got a BKB up on him. Is it enough? No, he's not getting hit. They can't find the last right click on him. And Mercy, please, gonna be able to get away. Elder Titan can't throw a Spirit, not enough mana, and Death Prophet even throws off the ult. Kawe does find a kill on Vengeful Spirit, the longest engagement I could possibly think of here, seeing as I believe it did start about 2 minutes ago, according to the stream. It looks like that fight's about to break out right now.
2-minute engagements, man, and I mean...
This is Dota. I mean, the last match was split push, and it was like, okay, they're gonna push.
It felt so longer just because of the low levels on the heroes. So there was a lot of kiting and juking.
Yeah.
And the damage wasn't up there yet.
Dire's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
it felt a little bit dragged on, but honestly, that was a really good execution on both sides. Try to keep it even Steven there, and the scoreboard reflects it, 6-7.
And also, one more thing about this, Tiburon plus Beyond's Death Prophet, the armor reduction will, of course, affect Death Prophet's ult. And that's going to do a lot of extra damage to towers, a lot of extra damage to heroes, a lot of extra damage to everything, and I completely expect them to do a lot with that combo. It's not a combo you get to see a lot, because usually Shadow Fiend's going to go mid because he wants a bottle. I mean, I play a lot of Shadow Fiend, in case you haven't heard. Nah, I went back over 200 games, like, literally almost one of every 10 games is Shadow Fiend. Yeah.
You surely guessed, man. You surely guessed.
Yeah. But, you want to get that bottle. You want to be able to spam your raises out a lot and dominate your lane that way. Your right clicks are strong, but they're not really strong alone. You want to have that extra supplementary potential 900 damage if you can hit that 3-raise combo. And there's a Ice Path, everything.
Ouch.
Invoker actually going to TP in here with the Boots of Travel that he's managed to pick up. Holy God, this Invoker. I think this is worthy of a respect ban, Rupture. He is 6-0-1. He's got a Midas, Boots of Travel, and a Yules. 15 minutes in.
And he hasn't had that many kills, to be honest. I mean, maybe
he's
a couple
6-0.
with Sunstrike.
He's
Like
got most
2
of
or
the
3.
team's kills, though. Let's be honest here.
Yeah. Whoa. Wow. Well, never mind. 6-0.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you.
Like 3 tops and a lot of assists, but never mind. No, he's actually.
He's doing really well, and they'll
Rolling
secure him in
cylinders.
Aegis now. I was worried about Rebeldes' lineup once they put Tabo in the off lane, because I'm like, okay, that's cool, you don't really have a hard carry now. But, Kawe making up for it very nicely, in my opinion. And,
Dire's middle tower
he's actually sitting at 550 gold per minute right now. Now, of course, he's not farming at the moment. And he'll actually get hit by a hookshot. Mercy Please coming in here. He does get Yulesed up into the air by Invoker. He will battery assault off here. There's your Chronosphere from Void. As actually Death Prophet's ultimate already going. Void's gonna fall. And Jakiro managing to find Clockwork. There's a big ult from Tiburon. Didn't hit on much, but managed to help them bring down the Jakiro. And now this Roche is pretty quickly gonna change hands. There's a Spirit out from Elder Titan. A Dust off from VoidBoys though. And Shadow Fiend gonna pick up the Aegis and look to continue his dominance this game.
Asserting dominance, man. You know, I'm gonna make a real question here, man.
Yeah.
What do you think? I'm gonna throw this away. What do you think about an Orchid on Shadow Fiend right about now?
Okay.
Dire's middle tower
It can work, sure. It's not that it's a bad item pickup, it's just that there's so many better pickups. He needs a BKB desperately, or he needs lifesteal. He needs something to help him sustain in the fight. Orchid will not do that for you. And yes, he uses a lot of mana, but a little bit of mana regen goes a long way on him. And if you've got 2,700 gold, why go Orchid when you could work on your Butterfly? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, if you wanted to go with an Orchid and, like, I feel like it would be a good call because here's the deal. If you have such a huge amount of mana regen, by the way, ooh, wow. Just
yeah,
buy and
Invoker,
just getting demolished on top.
respect ban this hero, please, everyone. Just take note. Rebeldes, we want to respect ban Invoker. And if we don't, we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah. But going back a little bit to it, since you will have such an insane amount of mana regen, it's like, well, you can play a little bit more with more distance on the team fights because you're just gonna raise like every single time that you have the cooldown down, and it will give you a little bit more freedom with your mech. I feel like honestly it would be an idea at least worth trying. I feel, especially if you're able like to silence someone and then wrecking on top of that, the soul burn is gonna be just disgusting. So that's my reasoning behind it. I don't think he's gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't think
But
he
it would
can
be kind
either.
of cool.
It would be decent, but it looks like he might actually be going for Deso here. I mean, I think it's BKB, to be honest, but they do have an Omni Knight on the team. And,
Dire's bottom tower.
Deso's a pretty good item here. Let's be honest, they've got a ton of physical damage. They've got a Death Prophet.
Oh,
And they've got a
hook
Clockwork to
also.
lock someone down. They've also got a Jakiro in their clutches here. A CYS, he'll be going down with heal from Omni Knight and a right click from Shadow Fiend. And this is the danger of Shadow Fiend. 36 souls is 72 bonus damage that pretty much comes out in the early game. It's basically the bonus right click damage that comes from a Daedalus if you don't consider the crit. It's close to that
It's
anyway.
pretty much the same damage that you get from a freaking relic, I think.
It's something like that, yeah.
Even more. It's even more than a relic.
Yeah, and
Because
this
it's
is
60.
this doesn't even take up an item slot.
Which is the upside of why you pick Shadow Fiend to begin with.
Yeah,
But
he's got very strong passives, and this is why he can be so aggressive early on. Now, sure, he falls off a little bit later if he's not crazy farmed, and that's generally why you need a BKB, because he's also very squishy. Only 2 strength per level, very low starting strength, but other than that, pretty good stats gain, honestly.
I feel like he does need an attack speed item here and there. Just because his animation is so long. Not the right click per se, but the delay afterwards. You know, the whole recoil that you get from it. He kinda needs something. He kinda needs like a Yasha or Hyperstone usually just to offset that huge delay that he does have. In the meantime, we're actually getting almost a soul kit on the Shadow Demon, but he's gonna pay for it with his life. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that one.
But I mean, VoidBoys managed to take down a tower.
Radiant's top tower.
Oh
So-
yeah, space created. That's right. Yeah, I would agree with that.
I mean, they're still behind 1 tower overall.
But that's versus a lineup who has a lot of push, by the way.
Yeah,
And you
and
have a Jakiro and an Invoker. I feel like that's alright.
and in the late game, they're gonna have great push potential, especially if Death Prophet and Shadow Shaman or Shadow Fiend, excuse me, is in the fight, because that amplification from Shadow
Oh,
Fiend
Invoker.
is gonna do so well. Shadow Fond, I don't even know what I'm saying now, Rupture. It's late, bro.
There's a lot of shadows everywhere. Could you imagine a match with Shadow Demon, Shadow Fiend, and Shadow Shaman? Just casting that.
Yeah, it would be
That would
awful.
be kind of. Yeah, exactly. That would be kind of awful. It's like the Shadow thingy. You know? Especially before when Shadow Fiend. When Shadow Fiend used to have like Shadow Races. No, they're still called Shadow Races, but people tend to call them Races, so never mind. It would be quite a tongue twister. Speaking about twisting things, Tiburon is in a little bit of exposed position, even though he has he has the Vengeful nearby. Well, no, never mind. Actually, the one with the exposed position is the Jakiro. No, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong guy.
Oh, he actually managed to blink away. Tiburon, though, with the mech, they're afraid of the Shadow Fiend, and I think they need to fear his presence at the moment.
They're gonna get him caught out, the Jakiro. CYS. getting slowed down, getting healed up. Embrace the light, my friend, and well, also embrace that quick form. And even the Shadow Demons ends up falling on the hands of the Clockwork, so it's gonna get messy. Mercy, please, dodging a lot of the spells coming from the Invoker, and he's not able to, finish him off. And actually, nice calling the Risenga, just good timing on the other Titan, just finishing the Yules, which is gonna set him up pretty well.
Yeah.
And a quick pause for...
And a go. Instantly.
Who paused it?
It's Tavo Travo over there. Yeah.
They were like, well, we're ready? Yep. Cool. But yeah, really good timing on the other Titan with the Yules. Is arguably the only core item really for Elder Titan. Honestly, against this lineup, I wouldn't mind him if he goes for an Aghanims. I know it's a lot of money, it's a lot of stuff, but the Disarm could be invaluable versus the Shadow Demon, especially because I think that the Earth Splitter goes through BKB, if I'm correct. Yes. So the Disarm actually will go through BKB, if my mechanics memory is correct, which will pretty much upset him a lot from the fight, because it's like, okay, we're gonna focus the Earth Splitter on you, and afterwards, oh yeah, Halberd as soon as your BKB runs off, right? On top of being, an utterly slow to a crawl. That would be kind of nice. I don't think he's gonna get the farm enough to do it, but I would love to see Elder Titan, to be honest, in this particular case. Oh, quick
Mercy
for Mercy,
gonna come in bot. And the Earth Splitter coming out, it won't hit on much, only Beyond and Fly caught in that. And actually, gonna throw out the Ned, the Crypt Swarm there as well. Shadow Fiend finding a kill on Ned though. Sorry, I am spacing out. They're asking me all kinds of questions here.
Oh.
On the chat, and I'm like, ugh. I'm hoping Bex is listening here, because he'll understand what I'm talking about if he hears me talking about it. Like, they're technically on the team as stand-ins, like stand-in.aaa, stand-in.cys, but they've been playing with the team for the whole tournament, except for Ned, who was a recent addition here. So I didn't really consider them stand-ins, because there's something with, like, if you haven't changed over your primary team, it doesn't consider you part of this team and considers you a stand-in and blah, blah, blah. Even if you are part of this team, which is very frustrating and confusing, might I add. And Omni gonna get the Ice Path and the Macro Power thrown out at him. Doesn't have time to BKB, but will at least get the heal off, as well as now the BKB. Sunstrike and a Meatball coming out on Beyond, who is disarmed right now, will purge himself of it. Mules Gaming going wild here. There's a disruption out onto Clockwork, but a Chronosphere from Void. He's going to go straight for the Jugular. Beyond going down, and also Jakiro able to bring down Omni Knight. Omega Opponent, the last one standing. They'll lose 3. And the Shadow Fiend, he's just out of here. He's not going to mess around with this. Mercy, please. Looking for some Mercy. Not going to be able to find it right now, though.
Man, that Invoker's just doing some serious work.
Yeah. Okay, they've got Rebelde as his manager on it.
Yeah. Just let Rigby figure that out. I feel like it's the same situation like with Root earlier on. They're like, oh yeah, but you have 4 standings. Yeah, technically those all 4 standings are literally the same guys who have been playing the whole tournament. So it's like, it's kind of a moot point, to be honest. It's like, but technically they're the inscribed people. So technically they're the team. They just don't use the regular tag, that's all. So I wouldn't be surprised that Rigby is like, yeah, Roberto's guys are pretty much the same guys. They only tend to use the standing tag, that's all. I wouldn't be surprised that that was the situation here. Because they do seem constant, like consistent.
Yeah.
And it's just like they sometimes change. Well, now with Ned and Travel, pretty much that's the only kind of technically standings for the lineup. Oh, mercy, please.
Yeah, we've got Tavo getting taken down. They deny the Null Talisman, I think, from Death Prophet there. And actually, the Death Prophet already popped off here.
I think it was something from the other team, actually. Let me check the clockwork. No, it wasn't the clockwork. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. Huh. I think that Null Talisman was from the Invoker, actually.
Yeah, I have gotten checked out with this.
Oh, mercy, please, is gonna get. Ooh, nope, he's still alive. Never mind. And they managed to actually get the Aegis on the Invoker, so good job.
Nicely done. Sorry about this, guys. I mean, there's just a bunch of drama going on with etc. And everything. They apparently can't change the leaderboard names for 15 days, which makes sense, but if they have stupid names to begin with, I don't understand why Valve would let them put a blank name on the leaderboard, which is really annoying. Anyways, Beyond, gonna come through here right now. There's a nice swap off on Vengeful Spirit. AA, gonna get stunned up as well. And Tiburon in the back line, so actually BKB up, pop the ult off while they're held captive, and actually manages to hit Tavo with it. One more hit will do the job if he doesn't backtrack it, and he won't. Tiburon on a killing spree now. They lose 2 for 2, but
nice two-man echo stomp, man. It's really, really good. It was really, really good. Mad? Nope, they're gonna miss the stomp. Good try, though. And actually, the Invoker's gonna try to do a little flanking maneuver here, especially using that ward as a scout. And there goes the Sunstrike. Nice Sunstrike, but where is the follow? Ned? What the hell, man? Oh, a nice dodge with the Yules there by the Death Prophet, and now the Invoker is probably gonna die here. Oh, Ned, dude, what the hell happened, dude? It was like, where is the follow-up? Maybe the Invoker jumped the gun a little bit and should have let the Shadow Demon actually initiate on him, just to get that extra true damage going in. But
we got a Scotty though. Completed.
Scotty on Shadow Fiend.
I mean, it's a great item for him, in my opinion. Simply because it stacks with lifesteal, first of all, and it works very well against BKB carries.
Yeah. And he also has a BKB, by the way, where we were talking about before. I don't understand. Well, I guess it's kind of like what it justifies the price of the Scotty. It's like it's the only orb effect that actually stacks with lifesteal.
Ned managed to slow down the courier and actually finish it off there. Very nicely done by him. But actually, Beyond coming in with the Death Prophet ulti back in the base. There's the Chronosphere coming out from Void. And he's not taking much damage, but they actually will swap out Beyond and save him from the fight. 2 down for Rebeldes. Shadow Fiend BKB'd up and just going to town on this Rax. They managed to illusion up Mercy Please, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough. The Atos coming out on Ned now. Megaponer looking for a ward in the enemy's base. He's going to get it off. And, yeah.
Ooh. That was kind of close. I feel like maybe he could have gotten the Sunstrike on the Shadow Fiend and could have probably killed him up. However, it's really difficult to pull off, so you know, all things considered. And actually, Omega Punter is just gonna get destroyed here. He's gonna get pwned, pun intended. They still managed to get tier 3 out of this though. So good job. And actually, Mercy Please just blowing up at dust for no apparent reason. Okay. Yeah, he has already his scepter, so never mind.
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend going with a Morbid Mask, and so he's just gonna go with a Satanic Scotty regular build, which is pretty tanky, a little sluggish on the attack speed, but again, really good on stats, so I can get behind that. And there we go. Aghanim's on the clockwork.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to deal with this stuff. In the lobby, and it's just getting ridiculous. I'm sorry about the shoddy camera control and whatnot. It's just they're asking me why Ned is playing in the game and why I let the game start when Ned played for Pain Gaming. I'm like, Ned is no longer on the team. But no one seems to understand this, and I'm sorry that I'm not an admin for the tournament. They just said, hey, you're casting, why don't you host the lobbies too? Nothing I can do.
Well, yeah, it comes with it. It comes with the job, man.
Yeah, I'm realizing that very quickly here.
Alright, quick use. They're probably gonna try to kill Mercy Please here. Soul Catcher, man, he's really tanky, all things considered. Well, never mind, he has a repel on top on him, so no problem there. They're gonna pop the Exorcism in the middle lane, get the melee racks, go for the range racks, and it seems like Rebellious has not a solid answer to this. And they're chipping them away a little bit. Even the Shadowfiend just TP's bottom and just deals with a incoming wave without even touching the tower. So, I mean, it shows how on top of their stuff they are, you know. And the Invoker is gonna try to get another kind of pickup, but at the same time, it's like you better be careful. There's a lot of people from a lot of guys from the VoidBoys just roaming around their own jungle, so he needs to be really careful. He actually sees them with a ward, so never mind, reacting properly.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this crap sorted out. I'm just gonna ignore it for now. I mean,
yeah,
I didn't sign up for that crap.
I'll help you with that, man. But first of all, we need the game to catch.
Yeah, we've got a fight about to break out.
It's a little bit
above
of our paychecks, I feel, to be honest.
What paychecks?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So might as well. Actually, Ned getting caught up in the middle of the trees, and he's just gonna get destroyed once again.
Yeah.
See, well, the rest of the Rebellious guys are setting up shop over this cliff. Quick use, Macropyre into Sunstrike, a lot of damage. Earth Splitter on top of that. Oh my god, Mai actually made a huge mistake here.
No, he's got an ult available and he's BKB'd up for now. He'll actually be able to just turn on them and dish out the damage right now. He's got lifesteal, he's getting some armor for natural order as well, and he's starting to really hit this team pretty hard. BKB up on him will let him take down those Necronomicon creeps without even taking any damage, and this is basically how to Shadowfiend 101. They'll get a hookshot actually out on CYS at the moment. Nice Yules on him as well, but the Atos slowing him down. They're going to be able to find a kill right now.
Actually, Mercy Please as well, getting another kill on the back end of it. But yeah, I mean, Invoker versus Shadowfiend on this stage, I would say the Shadowfiend has a really high chance of actually dealing with this. However, they didn't lose the Faithless Void as well, so that's some upside. But and the Invoker is on the top of the net worth, so they're not looking that bad. But it's a little bit complicated, especially with that Rax disadvantage.
Yeah, and Invoker now with the Sheep Stick up, that's going to be helpful, but without a Rax here, they're going to have a lot of trouble defending. And again,
I can fly.
Yeah, you saw those effigies, right? Once again, in case you guys missed it, the axe, I believe I can fly from Mercy Please. Very nicely done by him. Also, gotta love that guy's cosmetics on axe. They're quite nice.
Yeah. The Storm Spirit one is pretty good, too. Looks really Japanese, you know. With the whole pose, look very anime style. The Shadowfiend is not as impressive, though, to be honest. It's like it looks kind of nice, but it's like, well, at least add some tag into it. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm really wondering about that. Not adding the tags. Guys, pro tip, if you haven't done your effigy yet, remember to add a tag and make it a little creative. Don't just be like, copy, paste arena or something. This is Shadow Fiend. Look, he is big and made of rocks. Very nice.
Looks like he's taking a dump or something. Or, I don't know, try to get ready to run away. Either way, I'm derailing a little bit too much here. Anyway, we see Mercy Please try to get some visual on a potential kill. Not gonna happen. Oh, yeah,
shot in there on Shakiro.
Yes, actually getting pushed out of the cop, so... Well, he's getting way too much damage into him, so...
Yeah, they do get an Elder Titan Earth Splitter off, but Mercy Please takes very low damage from that, considering it is half physical, half magical damage, and he does have that BKB up. Not to mention he's very tanky and has 14 armor as well from the Blade Mail, as well as his extra stats from Ags.
What the hell are you typing? Bad Revo.
Sorry, I'm just sick of this crap, honestly.
We'll deal with it later. Don't worry. Night is young. Well, not for you, but for the guys a little bit on a different time zone like us. Kind of young. Well, we have plenty of time. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, Tiburon going for the Roche real quick. He's gonna get found out by the Invoker Zoo. And actually deal with the Necro Minions pretty well. There goes an Assault Cuirass, and now this is when this item build for the Shadow Fiend really comes into full circle. This
especially
is when
with just the casual Morbid Mask. I mean, he doesn't need the extra armor from a helm, for goodness sakes. He's got 35 armor, like, oh yay, I'll get up to 70% instead of 65. I still say you don't really need that helm at the moment. In fact, with Elder Titan still without all of his points in natural order, it's actually okay. He drops the mech at this point, I think, to an ally. But there's Tavo. He comes in. Beyond did manage to get the ulti off, though, and fly. He'll be going down to the Invoker, actually. But he'll be buying back right now. Omega Poner going down to Tavo. And Mercy Please going to come through. But there's the Death Prophet ulti really doing work. This is what I'm talking about. With that Shadow Fiend armor reduction, I mean, sure, it's no Elder Titan, but 6 extra armor reduction.
That's pretty darn close, though. And actually, Bayern getting stunned up, and, well, his sister's managing to actually finish him off.
Yeah.
We should take the Aegis. I'm not
Shadow Fiend's got the cheese, though, so it's totally okay, honestly.
Yeah, I guess, but... honestly, just for the sake of actually saving souls, I would say that it would be better if they swapped it up. Like, cheese that Prophet into a Shadow Fiend with an Aegis. I feel like the Shadow Fiend with an Aegis is just a little bit more efficient. But again,
here's the problem, though.
Good.
With Shadow Fiend, when he's alone against like 5 heroes, he's not going to do much. So if they start losing a fight, Death Prophet can at least use the Yules and whatnot to get away. Shadow Fiend's kind of a sitting duck for a while there. If he's able to keep sustaining through the fight with the cheese, he can stay alive, he can dish out damage, and that's his primary role in these team fights.
Yeah. Now, let's see a little bit here. CYS has a veil, by the way. I don't know if good point that pointed that out. Shadow Demon trying to finish up his 4-stuff, and actually, Tiburon getting caught up by himself as well. And, well, that's what you were talking about. It's like, well, the Aegis wouldn't have done much, or will it? Actually,
with Shadow Fiend, it's kind of the if you can kill him once, you can kill him again thing. Actually, Beyond does have haste move speed at this point, by the way. Permanent haste with the drum. And we'll get Hex, but keep on moving here. And actually, the silence comes out. Didn't hit Invoker, but he is invis right now, and will Yules sit off of him? Yep.
Those stomps are pretty good, man.
These stomps are amazing from gambling.
Yeah. And oh wow, staple to the ground, son. Ouch. And actually double staple because Screw you. He's the Staple Master.
Dire's
And also has a
top
diffusal
tower
blade.
is under attack.
Which...
It's for the Omni Knight.
Yeah, I know, but... Okay.
I mean, at this point, why not? He's building utility anyway. He's gonna get enough damage from his Astral Spirit.
I mean,
It
he's
is
gonna
Astral
get
Spirit,
a
yeah.
whole effect at least, so that's pretty cool.
Beyond, though, he'll be going down. He does have his Aegis still available.
Here, rather.
Wait a second. Clockwork, no! Oh, wait, he hookshot back to the creep. Okay, I see it. They will stun up Beyond. Hit him with the sleep, but a dodge there from the Death Prophet. Not the Death Prophet, actually the Jakiro throwing up the Yules. A little unfortunate for them. They throw out the Tornado, which will actually manage to hit. He does have a Yules available. And that was his Yules. He'll actually come in here, but there's the Chronosphere, and Tabo able to take him down right now. Mercy, please. Taking a lot of damage at the moment.
That hook. Oh, the poison. Oh, 4 stacks. Yep, there he goes. Nice one from that. Nice one. Just a really clutch kill. But, man, that TP was ridiculous coming from the Invoker. It was like well, not perfectly timed, but a really good time because he actually TP'd to the Astral Spirit just 1 second before it actually rejoined. So he just like, why the hell is there a TP logo on top of the Elder Titan? I was like, alright. So, I mean, it was really well timed, and of course it helped a lot with the disables on that engagement. So the guys of Revo is actually pulling back a little bit into this match, you know, leveling up the field here and there, and surprisingly enough, that other Titan can start to hit really hard. I mean, I wouldn't mind if he trades up his Tranquils for actual threats, just to get some more right-clicking power, but he's gonna go for the 4-staff. Again, Aghanims. Just throwing that out there, man. Just throwing that out there, Gamble. The Aghanims could be really good here.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna do it.
Honestly, I wouldn't say it's the worst situation here.
No, it's pretty good.
Disarming Shadow Fiend, even though he can BKB it off, you're forcing him to use his BKB charge to do that. And if you can get that kind of engagement, force him to use the BKB and just say, okay, see you guys later.
And even if he's BKB, he's like the global silence. It's like, oh, you got BKB, I'm just gonna disarm you, man. Good luck with that, you know? Because it does go through spell immunity. So, oh, where are they gonna catch the Clockwork alone? Well, not alone, but a little bit in enough position. And now Tiburon just laid him alone to the Jakiro, but he's gonna get a good arrow spirit to the face. He's perched as well. The Invoker he's gonna blink out in the nick of time, and Tao actually getting a kill on the Vengeful Spirit on the backside. And here's where Tiburon is actually gonna get hexed, gonna get right clicked by the Zoo, and now Tao with that close snap doing a lot of work, and now the Soul Catcher is really hurting him.
The cheese though, it comes out, and it's actually a ton of damage from Tiburon. However, it looks like he will fall anyway, but he'll dish out a lot of damage in the process, taking almost half of Elder Titan's health, just with that one Requiem. It was the Requiem of Death, of course, but, yeah.
They're pulling through, man, and in the midst of all that, the Death Prophet was nowhere to be seen, because she popped her Exorcism, tried to get a couple kills, and then just bail out, just peace out, and now she's in the middle of nowhere, and, luckily for the guys of VoidBoys, there is no incoming push, because all the lanes got pushed away. If it wasn't, this could have ended up pretty bad for them. They do have planned a really offensive war though on the middle lane.
Yeah. The really offensive ward is going to help them push this tower quite a bit as well. And Slayer, I see you in the chat there. He did drop his casual mech, by the way. I think it's on the courier?
Radiant's middle tower is
No,
under
it
attack.
went to somewhere. I don't know.
Probably the stash, I think.
Radiant's middle tower
Nope, no
is
stash.
falling.
Maybe he did solve it. I mean, at this age with an Omni Knight, I would say, do they have an urn? No, they don't. Yes, they do on the Vengeful Spirit. So they have good amounts of healing. And honestly, Shadowfiend. The reason why you pick the mech on Shadowfiend is just to get early stats, early hit points, and early sustain, which pretty much you can get on better items at this stage as you're already rolling on full cylinders. So, I mean, technically it's an upgrade for the Shadowfiend, but at the same time, of course, it's gonna be at the expense of a little bit of extra healing on team fights.
Yeah.
And actually, the guys of Rebeldes are gonna try to pose the bottom lane, doing a quick push. They actually managed to catch Fly. They're gonna make him fly and
make him hit the ground hard. Omni Knight going down already. And
I hear a hook on the back end, but the Invokers is gonna peace out. In the meantime, they managed to isolate Tiburon though. And Tabo is gonna try to make some damage out of him, but it's just nearly not enough. Well, they're actually not even focusing him anymore. He's just getting CC'd to oblivion, man. But they're not able to actually kill anybody else, I feel. While the Joker just pieces out and starts pushing top, so... How much...
I'm worried about VoidBoys now. Yeah, we're on 5-second charges for BKBs now, easily. Let's take a good look at the overall gold. Only about 2,500 in favor of Rebeldes. Only about 6k XP. It was at a 10k lead for VoidBoys a bit ago, but Invoker's Midas has allowed them to catch up quite a bit, and he's not even level 25 yet. He's still got an extra point in Quas to make him just a little bit tankier.
Oh,
and,
wow.
he is 6-slotted, though, pretty much. Maybe sell the Yules at this point. Yeah, we've got an Omni Ags at this point. And he actually has picked up a Midas as well.
Oh, wow. Okay, that explains how the hell he got it so fast. Considering that he was like 20 minutes ago dirt poor. Like really, really poor. He started catching up. Let's see, the Death Prophet is pretty much 6-slotted. I'm not sure about that Blink Dagger. What do you think about this?
On Death Prophet,
I don't like it, man. I really
It's
don't.
not the worst thing in the world, but I will say it can enable her to get away from the team. I mean, Void leaps in on you and you're like, okay, he's gonna chrono. Let's just blink away. Void is, by the way, working on a refresher, and Invoker already has one. Next Elder Titan Scepter refresher, please. I really want to see that.
Yeah. Oh, refresher or Aghanims? Refresher, you mean? Because refresher would be kind of insane. How do you even tackle that team fight? Because you will lose 60 to 70% of your hit points if both of them just jump on you, right? Plus, you do have, a good 50% movement slow on top of that, which it's quite nasty to deal with. So, yeah, double Earth Splitters could be really, really nasty to deal with. Well, especially on top of now that 100% natural order. They're actually gonna try to engage into Tiburon a little bit here, but he really doesn't care too much.
Yeah, Tiburon, he's working on a butterfly as well. And he has finally finished up that helm for the extra 5 armor. I mean, it's not much, but it's something. And here comes the Death Prophet ulti.
The damage is not the most important part. That 20 damage is really good for him.
Yeah, the extra damage to scale there. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't gone for a crit. But actually, there's a chrono out from Faceless Void. And he's got a second one ready, but he'll fall before he can get it off. And he just bought out. Tavo down for the count now. 90 seconds. Shadowfiend up in the air. He's getting his BKB up and running. Oh, he's already down, actually. That's the Omni Knight Repel, excuse me. I was very confused there for a second. And actually, Elder Titan dropping very low. Won't go down just yet. Omega Punter couldn't quite find the right click. There's your Requiem out from Shadowfiend. Just to help clean up the creep wave, and Zyra's Courier goes down, Gemma's True Sight on the ground, and at this point, it looks like Rebeldes are going to be falling very quickly.
Yeah, CYS is just getting mauled. And actually manages to get the blink. Maybe some bad time on the Yules there, but pretty much saved the Jakiro's life. Still, Tiburon doesn't really give too much of a care about the enemy lineup. He just took up one of the biggest, well, their most important core, and we could certainly say one of the pillars of the team fight as well. But they're gonna start chasing him, and he's gonna get used up just for safeties. Popping the BKB once again, so it's off cooldown already, and now they're gonna repeat the process with the Elder Titan. And there goes a quick double kill for the Sharkman himself.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Rebeldes are going to be able to do to hold on here. I mean, at least they didn't lose the bot Rax. Barely. But it's very clear that VoidBoys are dominant in this team fight. I mean, is that it? Yep, that's the butterfly done on Shadow Fiend with 4.6k in the bank.
I don't know why they're not going for Roche, but to be honest, I guess that they want to spend all the money that they just got. So they're gonna take a little time off, just a second. Maybe push the lanes a little bit, just keep, the pressure going. And let's see what's on the horizon for these guys outside of that butterfly. Vengeful, 1500, so I'm gonna go for the buyback.
Yep.
Death Prophet going for a refresher, it seems, with the Perseverance, and actually a quick hook from Mercy Please once again versus Tabo, but I'm not sure that's the best target you can get to it. But
again with the Vengeful Spirit swap, they'll take down the Clockwork, and they lose the gym because of it, but I mean, they lose 2 supports probably here. Oh, BKB from the Omni Knight! Oh, never mind. It won't save his life. They'll pick up 2 gems, Clockwork and Venge on the deck, but they also lose the support for that, and I really don't feel that Rebeldes can make it back from this. I mean, I want to believe for him. I mean, Ned, me and him go back. Him and Tabo have helped me get a lot of publicity for the stream, and I appreciate that. The silly names here, it's a little ridiculous. I'll be honest. I don't agree with that, but...
Oh, Bayan.
Oh, no. Oh, Tabo, get it off! He gets the chrono off, but it's kind of pointless at this point, seeing as... they already got the Omni Knight. Actually, Elder Titan will pull them out of the pit. Chrono won't stop them from picking up cheese. Aegis going to be picked up by Death Prophet. Where's that cheese? Serious question. Okay, Omni's got it. And actually, excuse me, Meatball. Did you see that? The Meatball literally, covered my whole screen for a second. I'm like, excuse me? I need to see the game?
That's a really good one, man. Excuse me, Meatball. Coming from the Invoker. It's like, excuse me, may I,
can I see the fight? Yeah.
It's like, excuse me, do you have a moment for a Lawrence Savior, Grand Magus?
The flying spaghetti monster.
Yeah. Like, yeah, just let me throw a party Meatball out of you.
I'm sorry, that team fight got a little silly, guys, but VoidBoys,
I don't know, man. That's
bring
funny,
it out
man.
big.
I don't know, dude. That's some funny shit, man.
I have to say, in my year plus of casting, I've never had that happen where it's like, oh my god, can the skill get out of the way so I can see the team fight? But actually, they'll take down half a Rax on the bot lane. Ned, silenced up here. Clockwork Hook Shot coming in, gets caught on a Necro Creep. They take down the other Rax, and now there's just one holding off the Mega Creeps here. And I think Rebeldes are going to fight it out to the bitter end because, I don't think I need to remind you right now, Rupture, but I'm going to remind our viewers. You know who the loser of this faces, right? They don't face them today either.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
They play not today, so it could be the rematch for the VoidBoys, but I don't think that's going to be the case unless a miracle happens. As Rebeldes are probably going to be headed down to the lower bracket. They're going to throw out the glyph.
Ass throwdown if I ever saw one.
Yeah, it's basically going to be some of Brazil's finest other than ADR, basically. Versus, the best of Peru.
Brazilian's finest?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Your Jueves versus your Jajas.
South African bash, man. But we could say, well, it's not over. Well, it kinda is. Tiburon is just destroying this Rags. Like it was his job to do it, which technically sorta kinda is. And he's sitting on 10k gold for crying out loud.
I mean, that's the Shatter Fiend effect right here. He doesn't even have travels. He could buy them out and buy a Satanic, and I believe still have buyback. Okay.
Yep. They're just gonna avoid the pain, you could say. Haha, it's funny because it's Brazilian team.
Yeah.
But
I was about to ask Ned, please stay till the end. Make sure the GG gets called so the game doesn't auto pause like that. Ned's gonna make sure it happened, and
okay, yeah.
thanks to him, he's honestly the only one other than CYS with the professional name. Even though he's the new player here on the team, he has left paying gaming. But of course, congratulations to VoidBoys. They get another quite unexpected victory here, and I honestly thought Rebeldez might take this, but while they had a shot,
I thought it would be a more even match. To be honest, I thought it would be like a 2-1 going for VoidBoys. To be honest,
but VoidBoys, I mean, they know how to close out a game, and that's what they're showing us here.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a team to be taken lightly at the moment. And honestly, with their current roster, I know it's a new squad for them, as opposed to the old top 5 squad that some of them were on. I want to say Tiburon and Beyond were on that. I'm not 100% sure though. But they're really coming out strong, and they're making enemies here. They're making a name for themselves. I love what VoidBoys are doing at the moment.
They look way better than top 5 ever could, to be honest. Right now they're looking better than any incarnation of top 5 that I can recollect, to be honest. I mean, maybe Moth or Cuddle could prove me wrong, but I think that they're looking under, under the VoidBoys name, they're looking way better than they used to. So maybe those extra additions that they had is just really cohesing well,
Yeah, and it's working out great. So congratulations to them. Their next match, if I can pull it up here, Battle of America bracket, where'd you go? I had you open, I swear.
Let me check myself.
Yeah, I've got it now. Here we go. They'll be playing Complexity on the 26th of November at 16 CDT. That is 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, that's going to be it for us tonight. I'm SP Revolution 5, joined by Rupture for this lovely game. Not whole series, because Rupture wasn't here for the first game, but, I mean, no big deal. Of course, VoidBoys, or Rebeldez, rather, will be going down to face Not Today in a best of 3 on the 25th. And I have a feeling they might not make it out of that one too easily. Not Today, they're on the rise again. They're starting to look good. They keep flip-flopping back and forth a little bit.
But just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's mostly on the draft side of things.
Like when they don't ban Jenkins Punch.
Right. Yeah.
Earlier. My rares.
Also on the 25th, I think we're gonna have Wheel versus E-Hug on the upper bracket as well. So something to look forward to.
Please
it's gonna be nasty.
How are we gonna cover both those games when they happen within 30 minutes of each other? Not Today or Wheel and E-Hug. I mean, these are some big name teams right now. Yeah, it's the same time. Okay, we'll figure it out, I guess. Might have to use the Battle of America
channel. Maybe it could be a typo,
though.
It could be like, maybe it's on the 26th. Which, actually, yeah, never mind. It was on the... It is on the 26th because both of them are from the winner's bracket. And the other of the 25th would be on the loser's bracket, so... my fault, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess. Although, tomorrow night, we do know what's going on. We've got... Together we did it up against Boreal. Both teams looking pretty good. Not looking amazing, but looking pretty good. And then Menopauses will be up against Leviathan at our second match of the day. There should be some great matches. Leviathan, Boreal, Together we did it. Menopauses are all looking pretty good. Now both Together we did it and Menopauses lost their games last night, but hey, anything can happen. It is Dota. Again, check out Twitter, SP Revolution 5, and Twitter, Rupture with a 3 at the end to find us. We'd appreciate all the feedback you can give us, guys. And we hope you have a great night. See you guys later.
Yeah. See ya.